Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, creepy friends. Welcome to Slams and Bobs. It is the morning after the night before. It is the morning after Extreme Rules. But it wasn't really extreme. Compared to WrestleMania, and on our chat room if you were in with us, we didn't really like the show. Start from the top. So about 11 o'clock UK time last night, it was announced that Daniel Bryan definitely wasn't going to be able to compete. I didn't look up what the match was going to be, and then I think the British scene rejoiced when we found out what the match was. It was Neville versus Wade Barrett. Two Brits in one American ring at one time, and for the British fans, if you're a fan of British scene, so your Southsides, your PCWs, your ICWs, RCWAs, anything like that, you will know that these two have been prolific names on the UK scene, especially where PAC is concerned. And to see them now go from here to being over there on one pay-per-view card, regardless of whether it was the pre-show or not, it's quite a proud moment. I found it to be quite monumental and quite historic in a way. Someone said to me it hasn't really happened since Finlay versus William Regal in 2006. Although, if I'm going to be really picky, Finlay's Irish. However, he was pretty big on the British scene while over here doing this before he went to America. I've been watching Ninja Turtles, so I'm kind of doing my turtle hands right now. I'm apologising for that. It was such a match for the Brits, and I love the fact that they put that together. I want them to go and do a rivalry now, but I still just keep thinking, you know, just get PAC, just get Britney, just get Wade, just get Sheamus, stick them all in one big stable and just... UK, you know, it'll be a bit like TNA, but I just still want to see it, you know. That was a very good match. Neville PAC picked up the win, shock win, I have to say, even for me. I would like to see this go somewhere. I would like to see it go for the IC title, and it really gives PAC a ground to build himself on, which is what I want to see. We kept having these Ask Kane segments coming through all night. The questions were very well chosen, but we will discuss Kane in greater detail towards the end of this. So our first match was the Chicago Street Fight. I wondered why they would have that as the first match, but when you got into it you saw why. Forgetting the first segment when they were in the ring and just focusing on when they left the arena. Was anyone else having a Piper and Goldust flashback from WrestleMania? All it just needed was a little gold car, but they got in the same car and drove out, and I'm thinking, oh God, where are they going to go? But they didn't really go anywhere. Not long after New Day in the tag team title match, there was a segment backstage, we'll get on to that. They drove back in, interrupted that, and proceeded to brawl back in the ring. And I was kind of hoping that they would have had some kind of thing set up in the middle of Chicago and they would have just gone at it anywhere, like maybe one of them got thrown in a river, but we didn't really get that. And I think there was more that could have been done there. Not sure how I feel about it being the comedy effect. Both Luke Harper and Dean Ambrose are nuts. Dean Ambrose on the pre-show was pretty entertaining, but I felt like he was giving everything to Renee. As we know, they're kind of a little thing backstage. And his eyes seemed quite softer when he looked, but that's me. It's a novel writing thing. If you're basing characters on people, you naturally find that you're looking at their expressions. Dean Ambrose is based on no one in my novel world right now. All the chairs being thrown in the ring. Totally CW flashback there. Who's with me? Ziggler versus Gingy Sheamus. You look stupid. I look stupid? What the hell am I wearing? What the hell have I done to my hair? Didn't really meet my expectations. I thought these two would just go, come on, wrestling match. Let's go, let's go. It didn't really happen for me, that one. It was kind of a bit dragged out to a point. Bit of a meh end where no one kissed anyone's arse. Dolph Ziggler picked up the quick win. I pretty much missed all of the tag team match because I fell asleep. That was how interesting last night was for me. Basically put, New Day won, father and son lost. I think there were probably quite a few New Day sucks chants, and that was the point where they went outside to do the segment with Renee Young, and back in come her lovely boyfriend Dean Ambrose and Luke Harper, and interrupted the whole segment. I can't see them holding the titles for long, purely because they're quite unpopular with the crowd, but because of their unpopularity from face to heel, I can't see them going anywhere. I'm not a fan of them. I don't particularly like them, just my opinion. Call me prudish, but does Natalya keep forgetting to zip up her top when she goes out to the ring? Because all I keep seeing is her bra. You know, you just zip it up a little bit. I don't mind if you have a bit of cleavage, but really you're just like, I don't like drawing attention to my chest because I know several men are watching. Like, every time I go out, and I know she obviously has had a boob job, but like, there's just a bra and a zip down here with the bra, and I just keep thinking, just zip your top up, love, please. You do know your bra's showing, Talia, right? Rusev versus Cena. This was the most dragged out match of the night. It was so boring, so uninteresting. Lana got sent to the back, and then he proceeded, I think, to blame her at the end, Lana, because obviously Rusev didn't win. It was repetitive. It went on and 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 on. Yes, that happened. I ended up asleep several times. It's drawn out, and it ended up, I feel, ruining the end match with Orton and Rollins, but we'll get onto that because I actually had a time frame of that. Cena won, and then we get announced later that next time at Payback there's going to be an I Quit match between Rusev and Cena. So basically you've just said Cena's won. Right, moving swiftly on. It's Naomi. Both as pointless as each other. Naomi versus the Bella twin. Bella, boring. Really boring. Really uninteresting. What was with the light up shoes? Is she 4 again? I had light up shoes when I was a child. At least she's not dressed like Borat anymore though. Either way she lost, and I don't particularly care. So moving on, Show versus Reigns in the last man standing match. Now this exceeded expectations big time. I thought this was going to be really boring, really drawn out, when in fact it was more fun than the street fight, and more fun easily than Rusev versus Cena. For use of hardcore equipment, it's actually quite creative. The thing I love with these kind of matches, and I think I touched on it back in the WrestleMania 17 video, is that they set up stuff continually throughout the match. And what's interesting for me is missing all these things, and then they crash through a load of tables and you go, oh yeah, they did that like 10 minutes ago. So when Show sets up the stairs and you kind of forget about it, and then Roman Reigns just suddenly poofs around and runs up and spears him through the Spanish announce table, the poor Spanish announce table team, and you just kind of go, oh yeah, the stairs. It wasn't as bad as we thought, but my theory was correct. If you put Big Show in a last man standing match, he's going to lose. I did like the end where he essentially just picks up Michael Cole and JBL and Jerry Lawler's table, throws it on Big Show, and then proceeds to stand on it. That, I think, was my most fun match. I enjoyed that more than I thought I would. So then, Believe comes out. And has anyone noticed the beard? He now looks, Bo Dallas, like Guy Fawkes with that beard. He really looks like Guy Fawkes. I was just sitting there and went, oh my God, Guy Fawkes. So then Ryback comes out and annihilates Believe! And I couldn't help but thinking, you know, get Bray Wyatt in there. That's my brother, man! You know, take him to the swamp, reinvent him as Bo Wyatt, Dallas Wyatt, whatever you want to do. Make him part of the Wyatt family, because all that thing's disbanded now. And, you know, you could have done something there. They didn't. I feel like that was missing. You know, it was a bit of a squash moment. It was just time killer between Cage and Last Man Standing. And there goes the street cleaner outside the house, if you can hear that. Last match on the card was Rollins versus Orton. This match suffered big time because of Cena and Rusev, I feel. I feel that it lost time where it should have had more time because of Cena and Rusev. You know, by British time, this match started at about 3:35 in the morning. Now, pay-per-views in England will finish about 4 o'clock, just after, just before. So they really only got a 20-minute match, while Cena and Rusev got a lot longer. And, you know, that was quite disappointing for me to know, because I really wanted to see more of that. Orton did a pedigree. I like that. Kane was the gatekeeper. J&J security keep trying to climb the cage, which was annoying the hell out of me, because I was thinking, Kane, I know you're the gatekeeper, mate, but do something. They're still building the Kane. I think Kane's just going to turn into a volcano and go poof, hopefully with fire. At one point, Kane enters the ring, chokeslams the pair of them, and I'm just sitting there going, just please. Just like, do the fire. I was literally sitting in my bed right here just going, do the fire, 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 do the fire. They still haven't done much with Kane. Right then, if Kane had just old school Kane and just... I think the Chicago crowd would have gone mad. It would have been one of those moments of, yeah! Nixie would have loved it, but it didn't happen. Seth won relatively legitimately by RKOing Orton and escaping the cage, which means he still hasn't pinned him, but he escaped the cage, but then the RKO was banned. So how does that work out again? It's obviously going to Payback. I don't know what they're going to do at Payback, and I'm doing a Queen wave. I would like to see Rollins versus Reigns in a way, but I can't see it. All in all, the card last night for me and for everyone I was talking to was really dragged out. It felt like it was just like chewing gum going, just strained, a little bit boring to watch, nowhere near as good as WrestleMania. They should have kept Backlash and just done everyone going back out and just backlashing from their matches at WrestleMania, and it kind of suffers, I think, having something that isn't Backlash now. I don't think they thought that through, and I don't feel last night's card was very enjoyable at all. I would love to know what you thought. Do tell me, do share your comments. Tell me whatever you think. I really don't mind. I'm open to talking about anything to do with anything. Instagram's down here as well. Hopefully we'll be back on British Wrestling Radio this weekend, on the Thursday. Enjoy your bank holiday weekends. Payback is in 3 weeks' time, so I will see you back for that. In between beauty boxes and whatever the hell else we're going to talk about. Thunderbirds, don't mind. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what you think. Let's talk. Bye, everyone.